here giving you a video. I got you. I'm going to take you over here to planetxnews.org. There's some articles over here at Scott Wright's. You guys should go check that out. It's pretty cool. I use this also to get to the links I use to show you guys some of these tools. I'd strongly suggest, like I said, I'll leave a link. You guys go over and check that out. It's pretty cool. He's also trying a new platform, Subscribestar. He doesn't get censored over there like we do here. So I would suggest at least checking it out, seeing what it's all about. But I'm taking you over here to NOAA, space weather. We're looking at 394 on the solar wind speed. Okay, that's a little elevated. We had a coronal hole that was Earth facing, which increased our solar wind speed. Okay, this is the KP index. All right, what that is right now we're at a 4. Probably because the solar wind speed has picked up a little bit. If it gets to a 5, they consider that a minor, very minor geomagnetic storm. Okay. A KP index is just a way to rate how strong a geomagnetic storm is. Okay, just like a tornado scale, EF0 to EF5 type of thing. Okay, but anyway, this is a predictive model here, guys. You got 2nd to the 8th in the position of the Earth. That's what the conditions would be wherever this yellow line ends up. I'm going to hit play and let you guys see that real quick. All you got to do is hit play here. Okay. And it'll give you a time lapse. And what you're going to see that little yellow line move. See? So wherever that yellow line is, on the 3rd right there, is where all those conditions would be happening. Okay. Now you see the red lines here. This one here and this one here. That's where stereo A is at. That's what it's representing there. The conditions at stereo A. Stereo A sits out here. Okay, this is the Earth. That's stereo B. Completely ignore stereo B. We don't get data from that anymore. I think that we still do. They just don't let us see it. But this is how far stereo A is from Earth, because it orbits around the sun just like the Earth at the same speed. So actually, stereo A, I guess they could probably turn it to look at the Earth, but it's made to look at the sun. So, that's where we're getting all that stuff from. All right, that's why we see that. That's basically like a field of view type of thing. Anyway, Aurora Borealis chart here. Again, that would be predictive. All right, you see the green? That's where you should be able to see the northern lights. And it is it's a little bit elevated as far as intensity. Probably, again, because the solar wind speed is picked up. Okay, there's multiple things that can cause that wind speed to pick up. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on. I did a live stream with Jeff P. and Scott last night over at Jeff P.'s channel, Nibiru Watcher. I strongly suggest you guys go watch that. It was a really, we had a good time, and we were sharing some new information that we've come across. Okay, guys, just go check it out. That's really pretty much all I can really say about it, because we went over so much stuff. It was a very long live stream. Obviously, I understand most people aren't going to be able to sit down and watch the whole thing, but I would really go through there and at least check out some of it. But onto this. Okay, this is Mr. MBB3. This was sent to him by Sharon in Illinois. I'll leave a link to this video. I'm not going to talk a whole much about what he was talking about this, because I would like for you guys to go over and check it out over there on his channel. But you see this object right here. This was in our sky. Okay, she took this with a camera. Then during the live stream, Scott showed us this. Okay, he requested pink text. I don't know why. I'm just kidding. I just put that in there for a little bit of a joke. But if you look at that, it's very similar to that, right? So I started looking into this a little bit more. Something else that resembled, in my mind, it almost looked like an Aztec pyramid type of thing. That's just the shape. I ain't saying that's what this is. But this was in our skies too. Scott got this. So I put these kind of together. If you zoom in here, guys, you can count the levels, and they're the same. Okay? These were taken in totally different locations at totally different times. So, I mean, you know, you believe what you want to believe on that, but that kind of lends to the fact that that's probably actually something, okay? I don't think it's a camera anomaly. So whatever this is, it is what it is. Again, there's a lot of, they're thinking that maybe this, and like I said, I'm not even sure where I stand on this, but Mr. MBB's thinking that that is like a machine or a craft that is laying down some of the chum. Okay, if you guys get my drift there. But yeah, you know, the picture he does show, it does kind of look like that. So go check it out. Again, this one that Scott caught didn't have the tail behind it, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't still up there. It may not just have been doing what the one Mr. MBB3 was showing. Okay. Then this. Okay. I get this today. What are we looking at? Well, we've been talking about, well, the video we did yesterday, the live stream with Jeff, we're considering the possibility of, you know, we've been talking about a matrix. Okay. Do we live in a matrix? I think it's very possible that we do. That doesn't mean we can't still believe and have our faith. Okay. This may be how God designed it. Or if you don't believe that way, we could still live in a matrix. All I'm saying is it's possible. Okay, so what are we looking at here? We were talking about the dark shadows that some of those chum craft were trying to cover up. It would be really dark, and then you would see that craft or that plane go through there right on the same line. And Naughty Beaver did a video on this. Rex Baird over at Leak Project did a video on that same thing. And again, then Jeff and myself and Scott talked about this quite extensively during that live stream. But this, like I said, this was sent to me by Sinister Saint. Okay, thank you, bud. I really appreciate this. Now, do you see this right here? Okay, that could be missed very easily. Okay, now look at the position of it. See how it's on that side of the tree. Okay, I'm saying this for a reason. Just hang with me here. I'll get there. Then this is later on. He took the same picture. Took another picture of the sky. Now, obviously, you guys see that, right? Okay. Now it was over here. Now it's over here. So it's like moving with the Earth as far as rotating. That's why it's on that here on this particular capture. And there's more than just this showing up in this particular capture. You can see that those are specific shapes, almost like a grid again, like we've been talking about. Again, you know, we've seen these things before. Okay, now myself included, when I see these things, I was just assuming, and this still may be the case, that this is actually going from sky to ground. Okay, well, what if it's not? And stick with me here, because I was looking at this, and the more I got to look at it, what if this is actually going across the sky? Okay, just because of our perspective, that doesn't necessarily have to be going from up to down. That could be going from wherever it started and then stretching it out across the sky. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so it would make perfect sense if it started right here. Okay, if it was like a rip in the matrix, which is kind of what we were theorizing yesterday. This is how a rip, go rip your pants or something. This is how a rip starts. Okay, it starts off small and then it spreads in both directions. Right? Like if you pull it, it's going to spread in both directions. So, by the time it got there, it did that. Okay? Now, I put this and it just inverted it. And I started looking at this more close. Well, if you look, see how skinny it is here at the top? And then it gets bigger down here, right? So it's going from small to big. Now, I don't know if that makes any difference or whatever, but that's just something I noticed. Something else that was really kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of nuts to see this, that, you see this, how that's kind of wrapping around there? That's the cloud base, okay? So, if the clouds are underneath of, and again, this is just theorizing, underneath basically our atmosphere, but here's a rip happening in the matrix, you know, I mean, that's what it would kind of look like, right? So I don't know. I mean, I just thought this was really cool. You know, it is what it is, guys. I mean, look at that. You know, regardless if it is what I'm saying it is or what I think it might be, you know, either way, that we shouldn't be seeing that in the sky. Okay? And again, why did it go from that size to this size? And if it was going from, like, if it was a space-based so-called like weapon or something like that, then it would be like this the whole time. You wouldn't see this. Okay? See how the most intense part of this is right here in the middle? It would be intense up here all the way down through, is what I'm trying to say. It wouldn't just be intense in the middle. Okay? So again, it's like if you could just imagine taking your hands, sticking it on that side, and pulling apart. Pull it apart. Okay, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to rip, and it's going to keep going that direction and that direction. So when it does that, this is what we end up with. Okay, and again, I'm just theorizing here, guys. This is just ideas in my head, and I'm just bringing it to you guys. But this is definitely a great, great capture, regardless of what it is. So, I just want to put that out there. Me and Jeff and everybody's going to be looking into all this a little bit more heavy now. Just checking it out, trying to educate ourselves and see if we can't, you know, figure some stuff out. That's just where we're at with it. Anyway, there's that again too, guys. I mean, so, now, this was taken back in 2007. I get a lot of questions. How long is this thing here? Has it been here before? What's going on with this, right? Well, this right here gives you some sort of perspective that it's been here. At least since 2007, according to this picture on Cactus. Okay, or this capture. I'm just going to call it that. It's actually coming from a tool. But anyway, Scott hadn't shown this to anybody until last night. He's had this for a while. So, you know, thanks for letting me use this, Scott. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's awesome capture. So, anyway, this is just the other day. This is March 20th, 2019. Okay, there it is again. And we've seen it multiple times. So this should tell you right there that this is something that, you know, has been here for a minute. And, you know, that's just what I'm going to say about it. I mean, we can sit here and talk about that all day long. You know, go watch a little bit of that live stream that we did yesterday with Jeff P. Again, I'll leave a link. And we talk about this. Okay? Scott's thinking it's in, I think he said a 28-day rotation or 24. I think he said 28. He was explaining, and he even has a like a model that he shows people how he thinks this thing is orbiting the sun. And he goes into some more depth about what he thinks about all that, and it's good stuff, guys. You guys really need to go check it out. So, I'll just back that off a little bit. And again, guys, you know, we're going to see a whole lot of more things coming. And it's speeding up, okay? I'll just tell you that. Stuff's, I don't want to say speeding up. It's getting more and more frequent, okay? So, we're just going to keep seeing stuff. It doesn't, you know, I at this point, and thank you guys for sending me all of those emails with all these captures, because I wouldn't be able to do any of this, showing you guys any of this, if I didn't have those captures, okay? These are from across the world. This isn't just in our backyard. This is global, okay? I get stuff from the UK, from Australia. That's the southern hemisphere. You know, the land down under. You know, and obviously we see stuff here in the North American content, and UK is over in Europe. So I mean, we're seeing stuff from all around the world. But I just wanted to bring this theory to you guys, what we've been talking about. That's the main reason I did this video tonight. But I just thought, and Sinister Saint, thank you for sending this to me. One of my other subs sent me an email. I'm going to show you guys a video on YouTube in my next video. But it's pretty cool. It's about how it's footage from a rocket, and yeah, I'll just leave it at that. It's pretty cool. So, you know, that is what it is, guys. I'll just leave it at that again. God bless. Yeshua saves. Oh, and I'll like I said, I'll leave links to all that stuff. Go check them all out. You know, they're doing some pretty good research and spending a lot of time on it. So. Just go check them out and leave them a like if you like the video, and support them if you can. You know, just is what it is. God bless. Yeshua saves, and you can drink this Kool-Aid.